We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Indiana. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
And, guys, you know, no matter what happens today, I bet they'll be happy to have this game behind them because it's the third one they've played in the past 4 days, and they've got to be ready for a breather.
Yeah, I mean, the NBA does you no favors in terms of the schedule and the challenges that it poses. Very easy to have a letdown under these, especially key when you're physically worn down.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. We've got George Hill. Turner is out there with Mahimi. Then there's Ellis. And it's George in at the 3 spot. Just 5 to shoot. Ellis kicks to George. Curry with the defensive effort. And, guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
Now here's Thompson. Outside for Curry. That's in, coming off the assist. From Thompson. Curry's got the scoreboard going for the Golden State Warriors.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
It's rebounded by Indiana. They are coming into this having notched to win against the Knicks in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And it's Ellis penetrating. It's deflected. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Curry. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
And George kicks to Ellis. The three-pointer is right on target. Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the basket by Curry.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Pacers trail by 3. George double-teamed. Pass to Hill. Ellis outside. Indiana moving it around. Mahimi passes to Ellis. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Ellis has got 5.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Here's Bogut. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the
Oracle Arena, let's keep going for yours.
And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And, you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. And it's Spates in at the center position.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
He's checked in for the Warriors. The Pacers also changing it up. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. And George Hill's subbed in for Young.
And Marley Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
They double-team Curry. And rush kicks to Curry. 4 on the clock. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. 6 points for Andre Iguodala.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Hill has the open look. It's good from long range. George Hill. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Mahinmi dishes to George. George missing again. Warriors leading by 8. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. Hill pulls it in. For Indiana, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Ellis the pass to Hill. Back to Ellis. The feed to George. Off the pick. George missing again.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And so that's the end of the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. In a close game in the first. The largest lead for... They had some very nice stretches of play in the second quarter at both ends of the floor and got out to a well-deserved 8-point lead by halftime. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a...
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Paul George, George Hill out there with Ellis. Then there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Turner in at the power forward. Ellis wide open. Misses the three.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
The Pacers making a switch here. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for George. Chase Budinger is checked in for Monte Ellis. Young is subbed in for George Hill. Screen by Young. Hill against Barnes. And Budinger kicks to Hill. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Livingston dishes to Barnes. Thompson with it. Picked up by Ellis. Golden State moving the ball around. Clock at 4. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And the Pacers call time here.
And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
Curry's checked in. 44 seconds left in the third. Ellis goes in. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Back to the jump ball. Now, the shot and game clock separated by 4. Curry kicks to Barnes, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Monte Ellis. Up in time, and released it in time, but it...
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Warriors leading by 12. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. Draymond Green is out there with Iguodala, and it's Rush in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
There's the dish to Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on LaVoy Allen. That is his first foul of the game. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Ellis goes in. Green with the block. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter, and the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. Curry passes to Barnes. Back to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Thompson with the bucket.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
And George kicks to Hill. Curry brings the double. They need this, but they get it back. Hill dishes to Mahinmi, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is. Always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does. And this is what they want. I mean, authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
Well, once they'd taken the first 2 from them, you could just sense how this one was going to go.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And he gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 21.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And you could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
We got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Allen kicks to Hill, and it's Budinger in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Nobody near Allen. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And he commits the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
They're behind by 22. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Both shots good from the stripe. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Curry misses there. So we see the Warriors taking the game.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd.
Always a